Okay, it's on.
Okie dokie. I was just about to say some off the wall stuff, but I didn't. Just kidding.
Hi, everybody, and
Hi.
welcome to the Witching Hour.
Yes, welcome, welcome.
And this is our Thanksgiving edition. We will be speaking about gratitude, magic, and ancestral energy during the holidays.
Yes.
So, yeah, I just want you guys to know that we are going to pull a card first for guidance throughout this
this
episode
festive,
and this festive time of year.
Yeah. Just kidding. I'm in it for the food. All right. Spirit, give us what we need to know to make it through our Thanksgiving dinners. If you're anything like mine, someone gets drunk, someone pulls out a knife, someone breaks up a fight, and there's an active fooding. So it's great.
It's awesome.
Oh, a lot of us are going to be putting in some work. That includes our boundaries. And work could just be, working together as a team, working together as
Working really hard to keep your attitude at bay.
I wasn't going to go there. I was trying to be happy, bright, cheerful. Oh, wait, that's right. Christmas. Never mind. I'm in the wrong season. Just fight it out.
We are in the wrong season. I know a lot of people are, sometimes you don't want to get with your family and you do it out of obligation, and all I have to say is make sure you go protected, make sure you go grounded, and make sure that you are definitely protecting your dishes and everything you eat and everything like that. Okay, we're going to get into that.
Yes.
As far as blessing our food and
make sure you're the cutest floozy.
Yeah, of course. You got to be the cutest floozy.
That's how that works.
Yes, you men too.
Yes, men, please. Just kidding.
So we're gonna dive into the true magic of Thanksgiving, which means it's not the food, it's not the stress, it's not the dishes that you're bringing in, but it's the energetic portal of gratitude. Gratitude is actually a portal, and this is what connects us with our ancestors that surround us, like when families get together and stuff, because people are always wondering, well, do they come to the celebration? Do they come to the birthday party? You know what I mean? Did they come to their balloon let off, or whatever it is that you
or you're just missing
do for them? Yeah. And yes, they are there. They actually live in your memory. You know what I mean? So living in your memory will definitely draw them closer to you. But yes, gratitude opens up that portal to allow them to come in closer. So yeah, just speaking about that, have you ever done like the, let's put a plate out for our ancestors or anything?
So we do that. We do it during certain times a year. The most of the time when I do it, it has to do with the Santeria celebration.
Okay.
Because we've always take a plate and we put it at the end, and then everybody leaves a little bit on their plate when they're done eating to put on that plate, and then we leave that as an offering.
Right. So.
But other times, if it's a meal that I know that my family, like my dad, he loved my potato enchiladas. So whenever I make potato enchiladas, I always set him a plate aside. My husband, he loved my pozole. So I always put a plate of pozole to the side. I know with my Santa, now that I've gotten more into my work with my Santa, I try to do like mole for her. Mm-hmm. My grandfather, pecan pie. So.
I like that. I like Grandpa already. That's my shit. All I know is like when I get together with certain parts of my family, which is my kids' side of the family, those people love their dad. Like they honored him like a king. So anytime that we gather in moments like that, they do have his picture out. I don't believe that they put food out for him, but they honor him in other ways, like music, memories, stories, different things like that, and just to bring him in. And of course, tears come with that too.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
It's a release, you guys. It's cleansing and it's release. Yeah. Mine always comes with some trago, like
alcohol.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely always comes with alcohol. So you can use thankfulness as a spell.
I like that.
This is what our little gold candle is up here. I'll explain that in a minute. But thankfulness actually raises your vibration. Being thankful, like I said, it opens a portal to manifestation. These things are all going to help bring in positivity. You know, it is a very positive portal that opens up. It also opens up your heart chakra. So anybody that is having a hard time getting over emotions, getting over self stuff, you know, self-awareness or self-love, you know, try gratitude. And I'm going to bring this in, which has nothing to do with Thanksgiving, but gratitude for your traumas. If you can show gratitude for your traumas and, you know, the lessons that came into that, not necessarily the pain, you know, you're able to open up your heart chakra, and it will raise that vibration in order to help heal you. So just know that talking about these things and, you know, showing gratitude for lessons that you've survived and that you've come out of, or a pain that your bloodline has survived and come out of, is definitely, it breaks chains. It breaks those bonds that hold you back. It breaks the curses.
I love that.
Yeah, it's definitely a good. You know?
I like it. Oh, look at the little.
Okay, and so also it comes in as a frequency, and it's a high vibe frequency. Anybody that works with energies, frequencies, megahertz, different things like that, just like music raises your vibration, so does gratitude. Just like a bell raises your vibration, so does gratitude. You know, and so it pulls in things that align with you. So if you are showing more gratitude daily, not just during the holidays, but on a daily basis, you can manifest a lot more than what you're than what you have been, or if you don't know how to manifest. And also thanking spirit before you send off of like a spell, thanking your deities before sending off spells or sending off an intention, a manifestation. It helps speed up the process. You know, so if you don't know, now you know. So make sure that you're doing that. And so now we're going to get to the candle, you know, and I'm just going to let you know that gold, you know, is an honorary color. If you don't have gold, do white. We have gold candles here in the shop, y'all. So what you want to do is
birthday candles. I want to point that out again. A lot of times you can get gold birthday candles. I have to do gold every so often for my Santa, depending. But yeah, just a quick tip, guys, in case you're running short on time or money and you can't find a gold candle, you can't get here to the botanicas, you can actually get a gold birthday candle.
And I'm gonna say, you know, most people have place like decorations and stuff on their Thanksgiving table. And for you that have family that don't believe in magic, light up them pillar candles. Spray paint them gold if you have to, or get a white one, but light them up on your table after the intention's already in there. So what you want to do as far as a gratification spell is to name 3 things that you're first grateful for that you already have. So you're going to hold a candle in your hand and you're going to say the 3 things that you're grateful for. And then what you're going to do is go through and name 3 things that you want to manifest. But you're going to be thankful for them as if you already have them.
I love that.
Okay.
I love that.
And then you light your candles. So having multiples, one can be for manifestation, one can bring in more emotional and physical healing, and you know, stuff like that. So just, you know, there's ways to get around it where people don't even know what you're doing. Okay, and they having all that energy around the table will definitely help raise that vibration, especially if everybody's being thankful and grateful.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so yeah.
Okay. Now it's my turn. No, just kidding. Just kidding, guys. I'm tired, so when I get tired, I act strange. So don't be bothered by me.
We're all strange in our own way.
We're all weirdos here. Just kidding. No, we're all mad here, Alice.
Yes. Oh, look, my little thing ain't even on.
Oh.
It's okay.
It's on now. It's because you lit this candle.
I did. I lit this candle and not this one.
Yeah, it was representing us all. All right, so we're going to talk about some ancestral things, especially during the holidays. We can activate memory energy. You know, this is where our ancestors live. They take place. They're, you know, like you said earlier, they're within our memories. They're within our hearts. They're within the things that we do. You know, sometimes...
Even traditions.
Yes, traditions. And maybe you can't make your tortillas taste like your grandmother's, but the fact that you're making them is still honoring the spirit that she taught you.
Exactly.
So, a lot of people are going to ask, do we feel closer to our ancestors, or especially during holiday meals? We can see if they're closer to us. We get dreams, memories, chills, certain smells, certain songs will come on. Little flashes, you guys. I usually get a lot of flashes. I bet you do too,
Yeah,
huh?
I do.
Yeah, those of us that are kind of with that extra sight, you'll catch them in the corner of your eye, and you'll have to do that. I see my husband last night at the grocery store, and I was like, whoa, that was strange.
Yeah, so that's how you know they're close to you is, you know, for those of you who aren't really in tune with your gifts or in tune with that part, they always give us signs that they're there.
Yeah, they do. They do. And a lot of times they show up during our most hard times, our roughest. And
yes,
unfortunately for a lot of us, that has to do with the holidays. And again, that has to do with the memories that we hold. I did see where somewhere on here it's also talking about emotional heaviness, how it comes from generational patterns. And that makes sense. A lot of us don't realize that, you know, it's not just with substances. That's something you get told as you're young, it's substances. But no, maybe we act crazy during the holidays because our mom acted crazy, you know?
Right. Or because that spirit is close to you and you're picking up that energy.
Definitely.
You know?
Definitely.
So, yeah, heaviness isn't always depression, it's just...
I know last night I was shaky while I was cleaning, and then I realized, oh, it's because I'm cleaning out the traumas and stuff that were here. So I was like, oh, wow. You know how you do the pre-holiday clean?
Yes.
I mean... I don't care what ethnicity you are, every single person has this, where the mom will beat you to death with the vacuum or the mop because the house better be clean when family comes over. My grandma was the chancla and the belt and possibly a hanger, just depending on,
hey,
or the big wooden spoons.
Don't judge the hanger, okay? At least they no longer make the metal ones. That's all I can say.
That means when they smack you really hard with the plastic ones, they break.
Yeah, they do. At least they break because the metal ones will keep going.
They do. And they're like bented in different shapes.
Yep. Yeah.
Don't worry. Don't worry. We're traumatized, guys. It's great. So it talks about roles ancestors play in protection and guidance, how gratitude is often something that strengthens our ancestral connection. Sorry, I can't talk. There's different offering rituals. On here we're talking about food, candles, jars, glasses of water, incense, alcohol, favorite foods, things like that.
And I'm going to say too, it's just, we've talked about Dia de los Muertos and having an ancestor altar. This is just the same thing. You can do an altar during the holidays too. Just keep your altar going. And this gives you reason to keep it going all year round. Most people do. If you're new to having an altar, you might put it up and take it down, But it doesn't only have to be for those certain things. You can have them for any holiday you want.
Yeah, and then, if you know you're going to neglect the altar and you can only do it for one day, that's fine too.
Yes.
Just set out that placemat for them. Set out their plate. Set out those things.
Yeah.
A pitcher. Like I said, a simple pitcher with water or even just some alcohol. Mm-hmm. Like I said, my grandfather always gets pie. So by his pitcher, there's a slice of pecan pie.
Yeah.
And then this is so cute. I love that it talks about this because there's a couple of rituals I wanted to share. But, you're going to honor them. You're going to say their name. If you don't know their name or if you were not close to them, you are going to say, for those who come before me, for those who guide me, for those who protect me. We're asking your lineage. We're asking you to heal our lineage with gratitude. Thankfulness is a tool to heal generational wounds, you guys. Show gratitude for lessons. Even painful ones help break patterns.
That's what I was talking about a little while ago.
Yeah.
Where,
you did say
honoring
that
them
earlier. I like that.
Even talking about them. It's okay if somebody brings up some shit, I'm going to just say in Mexican, Hispanic culture, everybody blames the victim and saves the Theo. You know what I mean? And if you know, you know.
Yeah.
I don't have to go anything deeper into that. But bringing up these things and talking about them instead of pushing them under the rug, yeah, people might get mad and say it's not the right time, but that anger needs to be let out. It needs to be released from your bloodline, you know, because there's too much shit that's been held on to. And if you want to heal, I mean, you talk about it. Definitely. You talk about your things, and now's the perfect time than any. You know, at Thanksgiving dinner with all your bloodline right there.
And then here comes the food fight. No, yep. And the way that I see that you put here, reclaiming the holiday in a spiritual way, we're going to light a candle like this. I am the living altar to my bloodline. When I heal, they heal. And that's powerful enough, you guys. I want to say again, and I know that we say this all the time, words are powerful.
They are. Definitely powerful. And I want you to repeat that again because that's awesome. Like,
I am the living altar to my bloodline. When I heal, they heal. And you guys, sometimes, even as parents, we mess up. We were never given a book on how to handle these kids.
Yeah.
My little pause there. These kids. You know, and gratitude for yourself. That's something
Most
too.
Definitely.
Grace and gratitude for yourself. A lot of us weren't given a book. A lot of times we messed up. Sometimes we were too busy and we forgot kids. I mean, it happens.
It does. It does. And I'm going to say, no matter what you do in life, what's good for one kid is not good for another. You can try and be the most perfect parent. There's going to be something that you missed, you know, and that's okay.
And there's that one child that won't let you live it down.
Right.
Just kidding.
So yeah, and I'm going to say, when you do heal bloodline, you heal front and backward. Forward and backward.
That you said that.
You know, so for the generations that are generational curse breakers, just know that you do heal front and back. And remember, gratitude is huge. Being thankful for the lesson because it makes you who you are today. Being thankful for the lesson because it taught you to be strong or how to survive. You know, and I'm saying lessons from trauma, guys. So, you know, that's something that you can hang on to, and also raise something painful to a higher vibration.
I love that.
So yeah. All right. So
holidays, guys. I'm not big on holidays anymore. My husband made them really, really great. This year, I'm kind of looking forward to in its own way. But holidays, I would say I'm definitely one of those people that have a hard time during holidays.
Yeah.
And I was crazy during holidays. Like, he would come home, like that Pinterest wife they talk about where you eat salad out of jars. That was me. And so he'd come home and he'd be like, "What are you doing?" And then he'd jump in and he'd help me. And it was great because I had never had that before, or really seen that. So I do. I tend to struggle during the holidays. I'm trying not to struggle. But it's okay if I struggle, and it's okay if you struggle. And we're all going to get through this, and it's going to be what it's going to be.
And I am going to say, too, that, you know, make sure that you reach out to people, you know, just with the suicide stuff being so high around the holidays, and people struggle, not only because it's a holiday and, you know, people are gathering together and it's supposed to be happy times, but because of the time of day. It's the dead season. But I'm going to say also that this is the season that is more prone to manifestation because you're at rest.
Yes.
So, you know, you get the holiday blues or the seasonal blues. It's not necessarily depression. It is also just the resting time. Things don't need to move right now.
And we're not used to that. I've noticed usually when I get like that, it's because I don't know how to be at rest.
Yeah.
And that, come to find out, it has to do with some traumas and stuff. So
and that's from being in survival mode most of your life.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know how to stop. You don't know how to not be in chaos. And, you know, now's the better time than ever than to learn how to deal with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did have a few rituals here that I wanted to include on this video. So the first one we're going to do, it comes from native roots, right? What you're going to do is you're going to get a bowl of water, cornmeal or tobacco. You can choose either one. Cornmeal's probably easier, or even tobacco. Either way, they're not that hard to come by. A candle. You can do one of any color that you like. I would recommend a white one. And then you're going to take a plate of Thanksgiving food. It's so funny how that we say native for Thanksgiving, because a lot of us do not celebrate Thanksgiving. I think as an indigenous person, I've never really tried to fight it because I enjoyed being around my family, and I enjoy food. Look at me. I think that
like we both do.
I just love food, you know, and I did kind of enjoy our family gatherings. Not that we did them very often growing up, but, you know, all the food. I loved being in the kitchen with my grandmother. I was just that kid, so there were special memories that held to that. So if anybody takes offense to celebrating Thanksgiving, sorry about it.
Because of indigenous background, you know, we know what history is. We know what history is. But anytime that brings families together,
especially
whether they're toxic or not, okay, it's always a good thing.
Yeah, and I mean, most of the time, I'm one of those moms that loves with food. Like my kids, you get your favorite thing all the time.
Right.
So
I'm gonna say though, and I know this is stupid as hell, but my dumbass, okay, I freaked out when I found out that only Americans celebrate Thanksgiving. I was like,
no, they
what?
have a Canadian Thanksgiving.
Do they? Okay, because I've never been to Canada, but when I found out that nobody else really celebrates it, I was like, why? But then, duh, what is the root of things? You know what I mean? I was very oblivious to that, but
I love that though. That just goes to show, you know, you think of it in a different way, and I love that.
Yeah, most definitely. I make my kids, like, or whoever comes over, we go around before we eat. Everybody, Jeanette's been a part of this too. But
Jane Eddie's here, y'all.
Yeah.
She is going to be actually in the shop on Tuesdays.
Yeah,
now.
on Tuesdays. So she is one of our new upcoming and rising readers. Come show your face real quick so you can, we can just give you an introduction.
Okay, let me do the introduction. This is Jane Eddie. Just kidding.
Yeah, she's one of our upcoming readers. She's really good. She's been doing it a lot longer than people think, okay? She does my readings. She's done a couple of yours for you.
Her cleansings, you guys. Her cleansings. I love them. She's very, very good at her cleansings.
She does a lot of Mesaklan background type of healing and cleansing stuff. But
yeah. And she's just cute all around.
So yeah, I just make everybody say what they're thankful for before we even touch the food. You know, so yeah, I enjoy that. That's a ritual I do in my family.
I love that. I love that. We did that one year, and I think it was hard for our family. That's awful.
Yeah, everybody's all pissed off because their stomachs are growling, but hey, you know what? Deal with it.
With our family, my grandmother always does the special prayer, and we always thank, people that have passed or whatever. So, I mean, it's good. It's good.
Nice.
And, I mean, I feel like where it's a smaller family thing, you enjoy it more, you know?
Yeah. Excuse me.
But I went for a party too. We know this.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
We like to boogie.
I know. We need to get together and talk about tamales.
Yes, we do.
Okay. So with this one, I gave you guys the information on that, right?
Yeah, with the food and.
Yeah. Okay. So what I wanted to say with that too, how we're gonna do that, how we're gonna set up our space, and again, this is a sacred space. Now with Santeria ones, and I've noticed more recently with Native American ones, you're going to set them on the ground. And the reason for this is because it's closer to the energy, and it's where our ancestors come in at.
Okay.
So with this one, we are going to acknowledge the land. Why? Because the natives believe the land was everything, right?
The land provides everything.
It does. The Creator provided everything on this land to help us survive. For every sickness, there was a plant cure, just get all that good stuff. So we're going to start with honoring the land. I honor the land, the spirits who protect it, and the ancestors who walked before me. Nice. Then we're going to take an offering of food, and we will set a small piece of the meal towards them, and again, it's just the plate of food. And then we're going to say this plate is for those who came before me. And then the tobacco or the cornmeal offering, I know you can get sacred ones up there at the trading post. We even sell sacred tobacco here in the shop. We are going to be closed until Saturday, so if you want to do this ritual at a later time, you're more than welcome to. Then You're going to sprinkle a little outside the front door or in the soil, and you're going to say, for the ancestors with gratitude. Now, again, this could be tobacco or cornmeal. With cornmeal, you have a white cornmeal and you have a yellow cornmeal. I believe the white is the evening one, so say that you have a later dinner.
Yeah.
You'll want to do that. If it's earlier in the day, go ahead and do the yellow. Or if all you have is that, then just do it. I'm sure they will respect it.
Right.
Okay, and then you're going to sit in the quiet for a moment and just breathe and let the room feel their presence. Let their memories pass through you. You know, and some of us may even feel the spirit itself, not just the spirit, but we can smell things, we can hear things, we can sense things. So
and so I'm gonna just say really quick, for people who are not as in tune or as strong into their senses, breath work, breathing deeply and clearing your mind is always gonna open up your inner portal, okay? So that you can sense things. It clears out all of the bullshit, all the chaos, to allow you to feel your ancestors. So breathing is a big part of it, even in your own journey as far as connecting with your gifts and your abilities.
Yes. I like that you put that out there. Okay, now if we're going to do some kind of witchy, paganish ritual, it's to take either a black or a white candle. Again, a glass of water. Now, you guys, the reason we have water out is because water speaks to the energy within the spirit. Okay, we are our bodies are 90% water or 80%, something like that. And that is still, a spirit is still very much the energy.
Yeah.
So
basically, water is spirit. It represents spirit.
It represents spirit. I love that you said that way. I'm like DTD. Anyways, I'm not in like record mode. Like,
yeah, because we're pre-recording, guys.
I'm in stagnation mode. My brain don't work. Anyways, fake it till you make it. Rosemary, mugwort incense, a photo or an object of an ancestor, or nothing. Intention is enough, you guys. Your intent needs to be there. What we're going to do is you're going to cast a circle. You're going to rift it around with the incense of your choice, whether it's mugwort or rosemary. I know a lot of people, Hispanic-wise, will use camphor or copal. And say, I open the veil between worlds. Ancestors, step forward in love. And you're going to place the water. And this is a way for active communication with the spirit. And you can call in your line. And you're going to say, blood ancestors, spiritual ancestors, and the ones who walk with me, I honor you on this day of gratitude. And you're going to offer your thanks. You can say what they've helped you with or your healing. You can even tell them what you've done with your family line and things like that. You know, just even, letting them know that you miss them, that you care for them, thanking them, that type of thing.
Exactly.
You could pull a card asking, if they have any messages, or if you're like us, they usually
come through us,
which is great. And then do not forget to close the ritual, you guys. You're going to say thank you and return to your realm in peace. And then at that point, you'll go ahead and step out of the circle, those of us, to close it out. I like to say, I learned this trick from Cece, who's in our shop. She said, for a lot of people, if you don't do the circles or anything, a rope, you can do a rope, and then when that's closed out, take the rope and do what you will with it. But that'll help for those of us that have a hard time visualizing. We do salt in the shop a lot of times. So yeah. All right. Now
I'm gonna say, before you move on, sometimes people are not used to doing anything at their Thanksgiving except for eating. Okay, now is the best time more than ever to start tradition, especially when it comes to your roots and your background. Bring these traditions in to help these younger kids understand and be connected to their culture. There's nothing wrong with it, and I don't care what your culture is. To me, that's super important because that's part of their identity, the bloodline, the generations and the ancestors before us, because their sacrifices allow us to be here now.
Definitely. And their teaching, they're still very active.
Yep, their teachings, their lessons, their traumas.
And remember, without that love connection, y'all wouldn't be here. No.
Right. The love.
Oh, I love it. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Ay, ay, ay. Yeah.
Woo.
That's the
Hot. No, just kidding. All right, guys. So back to reality here. If I can stop thinking, that'd be great.
I just got the Eminem song in my head. Back to reality. Oh my gosh, I need to stop.
Oh.
Okay.
And she is like this every day, you guys. This isn't just for recording. She is this amazing every day.
Thank you.
I know. I feel like we should have dressed more festive for.
I know. I just
Wait to
it's
see
a
us in our
Tuesday.
Santa hats.
Right.
Just kidding.
Santa baby.
Oh, we should do a witch Santa hat. That'd be cute.
That would be really cute.
Anyways, sorry guys. You and Santa baby. What the hell? All right. So you guys, with Santeria, again, this is going to be an honoring ritual in Santeria. We call it our Egun, which are our ancestors, and they are always fed first next to Ilegua. You will need a white candle, a clear glass of water, black coffee, or rum. I use rum all the time. I have used coffee as well. If your ancestors like tea, go ahead and give them some tea. You know, white flowers. We use a lot of white flowers, and of course, a small white cloth. Now, if you don't have everything, that's fine. Again, it is the intent. You're going to set up your boveda, which again is a way that we say altar. You're going to spread the white cloth. You're going to place a glass of water and the candle and the flowers. A lot of this goes back to espirituismo, or spirituality. Now this is what I was taught a long time ago, and hopefully I'm not going to get in trouble for sharing any secrets, but I feel like it comes with espirituismo. When you address someone else's altar, or you see the altar, which a lot of you are going to be doing your own altars, you will knock 3 times. Now you can knock like this. I was taught to tap with these fingers, 1, 2, 3, and then you can do the sign of the cross, or you can bow down and kiss them.
And this is when you go into somebody else's home and you see their altar.
Yes, or
Okay.
because you're wanting.
I'm like, why?
It's a way of honoring them. It's bringing them. It's calling them forward.
Okay. And they don't necessarily have to